forehead isn't that shiny, is it? Hey everyone, it's me, John. Welcome to another edition of Johnny Vlogs. Today we're going to do a channel update. Basically, there was some stuff I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk to you guys about, and then when I was sitting here trying to figure out a Johnny Vlogs, my brain didn't want to go anywhere else. So I think that means that I'm supposed to talk to you guys about what I'm feeling. But before I get started, I just wanted to address some comments about my shiny forehead. I have been playing around with my lights in here. I've changed them again, so hopefully the glare isn't too crazy off my forehead. I really don't want to get into wearing makeup if at all possible. But if you guys tell me I need it, I will. I've just been hearing about it in the comments a little bit. Also, I know some of you have been talking about the acoustics in this room. It is a much different room than I was shooting in previously. I've heard from some people that they seem to prefer the sound, and from what I can hear when I'm editing everything, it sounds just a tad bit echoey, but a lot of times people lay echo effects, not particularly on speaking voices, but I don't know. Seems like some of you like it. Some of you are noticing it. Is it distracting is what I really want to ask you, and tell me which way you prefer it. Do you want me to try to get some acoustic paneling in here so I can knock out some of that echo? I did move some new furniture into here recently. I'm hoping that's going to absorb some of it, but I've got these two walls, one on my left, one on my right, and I'm pretty sure that they're bouncing all the sound right back into this microphone a little bit after I'm saying it. So let me know what you think. Here's a test. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thanks so much. Before we get into the meat of today's vlog, let me thank our new Patreon supporters who are more important now than ever. We'll get to that later. Paul Buscini is now pledged. Thank you so much, Paul. Madness edited their pledge, increased it. Thank you very, very much, Madness. You have no idea how much this helps. I truly appreciate it. Helen Dickey is now pledged. Hey, Helen, thank you so much for your support, as well as Lana Irwin, I think also known as Frequency 188. Thank you so much for your support, each and every one of you. I really can't do it without you guys, particularly now that YouTube is trying to communicate. You'd think that's a good thing, but honestly, it's not so great. They have kicked on some type of new feature on my video manager now where it is showing a different status. Before, either videos were monetized, meaning that they were running ads on them, or they were demonetized, meaning that there was some reason that YouTube didn't want to run ads on it, or they weren't monetized at all. There's basically 3 different symbols, and that means that I didn't want to run ads on it. Now there is a 4th condition, which is this strange kind of orange circle with a money sign in it, and what it says is not suitable for all advertisers. Now, I had a suspicion that I was being categorized in some way into a grouping like that. And I started hearing about it a few months ago that they were trying to offer this new level to people that were buying ads from them of, you know, this content might be a little more risque. And in that, they kind of included some topics that you would think have to do with the news. And I was kind of worried that I was being lumped in with that. Now it is pretty straight up confirmed. Yes, the majority of my videos are being somehow automatically triggered into this limited ad thing. Now, what's cool about what they've done now is at least I know, but what's not cool about it is I still don't know why. I really struggle with this because a lot of my content is me reviewing other news sources who are clearly running advertising and making money. So it occurs to me that either they're really not paying attention to what's being presented on my screen, which is mostly content that is already advertiser friendly because there are advertisers on that content that I'm reviewing, or they're saying that there's something in how I'm reviewing this content that is not advertiser friendly, which is weird because that's where it starts feeling a little personal. It's like, what the heck am I doing wrong here? Trying to find missing people. You guys don't want to support that. Where is this? Like, give me some good feedback here. But at least we now have some type of icon, so I know something's up. The really weird thing is I've had this icon about a week now. And there's an option where you can go in and you can tell them, no, re-review this. I confirm it is advertiser friendly. And I've started doing that. I thought that that might be helpful. And I think overall it might be, but it is extremely confusing. I literally have emails that I'm getting from YouTube saying, oh, we've reviewed this video. It is advertiser friendly. And then I go look in my dashboard and it still has that stupid orange icon. I literally have situations like the two-parter on the Jody LaCornu case, where the first part is not advertiser friendly, and I had them double check it, and they said, nope, we confirm that's not advertiser friendly. But the second part, which is much longer, talks about all the same detail that was in the first one, doesn't have the comfort or the crutch of, hey, this is information I'm reviewing that there's already advertising being sold on. The second one, they say, is advertiser friendly. So in terms of being a content creator, it is just nutty trying to figure out how am I supposed to make these guys happy? And that is why it's really important to me that I have this other income coming from Patreon. I am looking into partnerships. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into sponsored content or not. I'd love it if I found like the perfect sponsor for a particular show, you know, someone that believed in the show and was willing to let me talk about their product, you know, do a 15-second blurb or something in each episode. But I am looking at something that's a little softer than that, more like affiliate sales stuff, but for products that I believe in and that I think you guys would want to check out, things that tie directly to the channel, not me trying to get you to buy some type of toothpaste or Audible or Squarespace or something like that. So I'm working hard on that stuff. And what really sucks is the old promise of YouTube is certainly gone. The old methodology of, hey, you guys just need to create content. We'll take care of the rest. We're going to find the advertising, attach it automatically to your video. We just cannot trust that anymore as YouTube content creators, particularly if we're not in the very few selected buckets that YouTube seems to protect and recognize. Largely what they consider family-friendly content, you know, fashion bloggers, how-to channels. There's like, I would imagine between 8 and a dozen categories that YouTube feels are extremely safe. And those people, those few select people, are getting the full benefits of being able to just sign up on YouTube, just make your video, just upload it, and they'll run ads all over it, and you'll make money that'll be significant enough where you don't have to do all this stuff on the side. For those of us that want to have adult conversations, that really care about our topics, that don't want to be pulled back and forth between this unseen force of, how do I make you guys happy? Do you want me to turn into a video game channel? Like, I don't get it. For us, we're going to have to work harder. We're going to have to do different things, and we're going to have to not rely on the YouTube advertising system, which I'm kind of okay with. Let me tell you guys, I'm not the biggest fan of advertising in general. I've talked about this on my channel before. I love that I can pay Hulu more money to not see any ads in the content that I watch there. And for those of you, few of you have recognized this. I am not using ads in the middle of my content. And that's a feature that has been on for a while now, where literally, as long as your video is over 10 minutes, which for me, at least 3, maybe 4 a week are, I could go in and put these advertising breaks in the middle of my content, but I hate it. I don't want to see that when I'm watching content, and I'm trying to make it so that you guys don't have to do that. I don't mind running an ad before, running an ad after my content, but having these breaks in the middle, I feel like it pulls people out of the dialogue. I feel like it takes away from the conversation you're trying to have with them. I think it's a great opportunity for them to decide that, hey, what you're talking about is really boring me anyway, so I'm going to cut away. I just don't like that whole prospect, and I really feel like that was a big factor in everything that YouTube has been struggling with in terms of advertising recently. First of all, I think it increased their inventory in terms of advertising slots to the point where as soon as a few advertisers dropped out, they just didn't know where to put ads. I mean, you had all these slots. So of course, what's that going to do to the price of advertising? It's probably going to lower it. and all of a sudden content creators are making less, which I think might be a factor in all this. Of course, they're not talking about that at all. It also opened them up to the criticism that really nailed them, which was if you have ads running attached to content that might be controversial, some people might think that that advertiser is endorsing that content. Now, before you had ad breaks that were going on in the middle of the videos, I didn't believe in that methodology. I thought that it was clear enough to you, the viewers, that Starbucks has nothing to do with my channel, but if they run an ad before my show, that means that I'm going to make a little money off of that ad that is being serviced to you, basically. You're the main reason why that ad shows up, not me. But as soon as you start including advertising in the middle of content, that completely changes the perception, particularly for what I consider old school television people. Now that looks like an endorsement. It's smack in the middle of your content. 1 minute I'm talking, the next minute here's a Starbucks ad, and then I'm back. I think that really opened up YouTube to this criticism. It made them much more susceptible to the problem that they ultimately did face, where the advertisers backed out. And I still think it's a huge problem. You have certain channels that are just jamming their content with so many ads. It's practically unwatchable. It's getting to the point where we'd rather be watching TV at that point, I guess. I don't get it. I want YouTube to be better than television, and they keep aspiring to be less. And that really sucks. But just know, I am not going to put ads in the middle of my content. I don't believe in it. And if the ad revenue, it sucks because, you do simple math. On an episode of Brain Scratch, if I run, 2 or 3 more ads in there, I could probably double my ad revenue fairly quickly. That's not what it's about for me. It's about your guys' experience. So that's why I'm trying to hold firm on that. And for the few of you that appreciate it, thank you for letting me know. For the others out there that maybe didn't realize it, I hope that this will at least tell you that I'm making a conscious choice to not make as much ad revenue as possible with YouTube. But because of that, I am going to need your support in other places. And right now, if you want to support me, it's on Patreon. It's at the Lord and Art store. Those links are always in the description box below. I'm working on some other stuff that you might be able to help me with very soon. And of course, I will talk to you guys about that on the channel. And if you do happen to see ads on my content, it does help if you let the ad run all the way through. If you skip it, that kind of knocks against the support that I do get from the ads. So those are the best ways that you guys can support me, if any of you are wondering that out there. But in terms of channel updates, so once again, let me know about the sound. Let me know, is my forehead still shiny in this video? Is it okay? And let me know if you guys have any other ideas about how we can keep increasing the quality on the channel. And if you got different show ideas, whatever it is, this is the vlog. This is the comment box I'm going to be looking through. Please spend a little time and let me know your thoughts on maybe how we could do things a little different, how we can make things better. All right. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble and helping me untie these weird knots I sometimes get in myself over this YouTube business. I really appreciate having you guys there for it. Take care, and I will see you back here tomorrow on the Lord and Arch channel.